All right, you guys, and welcome. I don't know if you can even see this tailgate in the lighting we have right here, but it is very badly dented. Looks like here. And so we've got a new tool here. So right over here, we're going to put this up here. We're going to check it out, and we're going to see how this works for this dent. I may pull it forward just a little bit more so you can see it better. And but I don't really want to work in the sun, so I'll pull it forward about a foot so I'm in the shade and you guys will see the sunny side, and we can go from there. So as you can see now, I'm sure pretty good. This tailgate is pretty much wasted. It is bent like this. I'm going to see if I can jump on it right here and knock that down in a second. But what we are going to demo today is this spot welder. And what this does is you put some of these different attachments on here. This one in particular probably for this. And what you do is you pull the trigger and it spot welds this to that, and then you have this here slide knocker. So versus taking the little one and welding a pin on, which I think this does that as well, you just spot weld this on there temporarily and slide hammer it and then twist it, unlock it from the surface, move it, and do it over and over. Now, one of the things that I always have a pet peeve on these is these awful weird ground situations. I'm really not sure how that these were supposed to work. Maybe you drill a hole in it and screw that on there. I don't know. So I've got a different ground for that, I believe. And there's all these different attachments, including the handle, which you need a handle on this thing. It is very heavy. You're not going to go, this is a weightlifting machine. It has got a lot of copper in it. So put the handle on, and then you've got all of these things here. So you've got these things, you can spot weld these on using the same spot welder, and then you can take one of these things with all these hooks on it and use it that way. So there's a lot of different things. This has also got a single-sided spot welder, so you can take this thing and put it in there, and it doesn't do the greatest weld for that. Single-sided spot welding is not very strong. It's not structurally strong. It's only really good for like an additional thing. So if you want a cosmetics of a spot weld, you can use this thing to do that too. So we'll kind of check all that out. And this is the 220 model. I did get one of these a while back. It wasn't, I don't know which, if it's the same one as this one, but I tried the 110 and it did not stick. So I don't know if I just got a bad machine or what, but I just wanted to be aware that I did get one before that did not work properly. So I went for the 220, hoping that this one's going to do the job. So I was trying to get a bigger one, but they're not available right now. So we're going to go for this one and see how it goes. Now, to get this ground to work, I couldn't find my other one. I had a magnetic one somewhere. What you do is just hold this thing here, the spot welder, pull the trigger here, listen, on H, okay, and hold that on the metal, and then twist this on to make it more permanent. That's how you do the ground. And then this tool, how it works is if you put it to bare metal, of course this is too much stress right here for it, it couldn't pull that out, but in some of these areas here where I got, maybe I'll try some of these others and see if I can get it to just start to pull a little bit. What you do is you just put this thing on there and you just hold the trigger like so. I'll show you on this part where it doesn't work. You can do it several times if you need to get it to hold well. You can just pull on this handle. You can just pull on this. On some metals, that's going to do it, and it just welds it just enough just to hold it in place. And then if it's a little bit difficult to get off, you just twist it a little bit. Now, like I said, I had the 110 model of this, and I could not get that thing to hold for anything. So this one seems to work better. Let's try doing some of this dent here and see if this thing works. I wish I would have gotten the bigger model, but it's just not available right now. So I would have wanted the 5 kilowatt one, but we're going to try this 3 kilowatts and see if we can get the job done. Confused here on how to work it. See, it blinks there, so trying to change tools. and then it just does this here. So I have it on the highest one, I think. You got tool select, and you hold it. No. Oh, there it goes to 2, 4. Well, I have it on 1, so what's 7 is that. And then you can put it on high. Well, let's try it on 7 high and see. I don't know what that tool is. A welder thing. I think that's these stick things. Maybe it'll be hotter. I just want it to get a little hotter to stick a little bit better, so I can try and bang on it a little bit more, because it seems to come off too easily. This is the problem I was having with the other one, but this one's much better than the other one. The other one, the 110 one, did not, I could not get it to even hold at all. So this is working better, except for the ground. Fell off again. Okay, after a little while I figured this out. Put it till it's blinking, this goes down, up, and this goes down. And then once it stops blinking, then you can change the power level to high, back down to low. Okay. I almost always need it on high. I haven't found it to hold very good. And you always have to constantly clean the tip too. So yeah, there's that in addition to that. So I'm not sure if this is much faster than the stud welder. Maybe. I mean, you don't have to put studs on and pull them back off and grind them. So there's that benefit there, but there's definitely a little bit slow going with some of it. But it seems to be working. Like, I've got this area here pulled out, and it just, you got to do a lot of pulls to get a little bit, and then you got to constantly clean the tip. So yeah, it seems to be working. I don't know if I think it's a great idea to use this versus using a stud welder, but it's definitely an alternative tool for some items, and you can do the multiple pulls with all these washers. You can put these on, and I found if you put it on, so if I put it here and I go to this and I put it on tool number 7, it's a hotter setting. So then if I go to here, then I go to H on number 7, it gets pretty hot and it seems to stick better. So I don't know, I'm kind of breaking the rules of what tools to use, but just trying to make it work. I'm just showing you a couple items like that that seem to work. So it seems to do the job. Yeah, we're going to do a little more with this thing and see if I can straighten this out. I guess you get the light going across it. Now you can really see how bad this thing is. Like, I need to grind down right here, and that's high. And then this is still kind of low right here. And yeah, and these are 2 low spots. So definitely in pretty bad shape. The tailgate on this thing, probably should replace it. But we're just gonna keep fixing it and see what happens. let's compare this to a stud welder and see what that's like on the same dent. So we'll put some studs in it, and I've got it down here, you'll see in a second. What do I think? I think I should just replace this tailgate. I'm probably going to do that. Well, anyway, we were cut off with a dead battery. So what do I think about this tool? I don't know, you know, it just depends on what you're trying to do. I was hoping myself that I could shorten my time frames by just using this thing here and just welding it onto the dent, but it does not hold nearly as good as the stud welder, so it doesn't really replace that. But it does, the washer thing, this thing is kind of cool, these washers and how they go on. The ground on it's terrible. I don't really like. But I suppose if I had the particular job that I was using, you know, one of these type of things here, these hooks with a lot of those washers on there, and trying to pull out a big crease, you know, a big crease dent, and I had no access to the interior side of the panel, then this thing would be pretty much necessary. So will I keep the tool? Yeah. Will I use it more than that? Probably not. So If you're looking to do the same thing, if you're looking to replace one of these with one of these, it's probably not going to happen. I hear that the ones that are more powerful stick better, but then again, I don't really know. I mean, this thing seems like it has plenty of power. I mean, it's making that thing really red, but I think what makes that thing stick so good is it's right, the ground is right next to it. So the ground's right here, and it's able to penetrate better, even though it's on 110. The 220, I'd say, is definitely a must-have if you're going to buy this. I would not buy the 110 one. I have the 110 one, and it didn't stick nearly as good as this one does. And this one doesn't have enough stick to me for what I'm doing, other than the washers. The washers go on really good. Those things hang on really good. And the thing that's nice about those is, since I'm done down here, you just twist it and take it off. Where these here, sometimes they come off easy, you know, and I can reuse these. Sometimes they don't. And then the same thing on the studs, for the stud welder or for this single-sided spot welder, you still have to stop and clean the surface. So I'm using this is what I'm using, guys. So I'm not using a that's what some people go, oh, you don't have glasses on. I'm just using that. It doesn't really throw stuff around much. So I'm just using that to clean the metal, because then it doesn't take metal off. So am I going to continue to fix this tailgate? Maybe. I will try and see if I can get paintless dent removal tools in there and see if I can straighten it with those, because this process of going from the outside only is going to take way too much time. So and since time is money, you know, the tailgate's only you know, 150 bucks probably delivered to my door. I think I'll end up replacing this, just even though, yeah, the new ones are made in China, but so is this one. I mean, I jumped on that and I was able to straighten this out. Now the ground's gonna fall off, watch. See, I straightened this whole thing out and got that straight by just jumping on it. Had to get with the rhythm of the suspension, but I was able to jump on it and fix that. But yeah, I was hoping it was going to do more than it does, but it just kind of does what it does, and it does the job okay, and that's what I got to say about it. So anyway, I hope that helps you guys if you're looking at one of these. And it's definitely a good tool, but it has its limitations, and it may or may not do what you're trying to do. If you're trying to pull out something really stuck in there, it doesn't stick really, really good. Not like the spot welder or the stud welder. Stud welder really has a more strong of a hold. So anyway, that's it for this, guys. I'll talk to you guys in the next video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and see your comments about it.